usually talk about choosing yourself, typically imagine the big moment, leaving the job, moving somewhere new, or making some huge life altering decision. But I honestly think that self trust is built in much smaller moments. So recently, I had a moment where I had to choose between keeping someone else comfortable and honoring a commitment I made to myself. Someone called me and said they needed a favor. Typically, this really wouldn't be a problem, but they called me with the urgency that they needed it done within the next hour. And my immediate response was, okay, well, I guess I have to do this because I had already planned my day. I set aside time intentionally to read, study, work on my business. There was an automatic belief that their need was somehow more important than my plan. And when I actually sat with that, I realized something. The person wasn't asking me to do anything wrong. They were asking for help. But making someone else's life easier doesn't mean that I have to automatically make my own life harder in the process. And so the deeper question became, why did I believe that my commitment to myself wasn't a good enough reason? Why did I automatically assume that if I said I can't today because I'm working on my business, that people wouldn't take that seriously? And then I realized that it was never really about their reaction in the first place. It was about whether I actually took myself seriously. Because when you're building something for yourself, there are moments where you have to protect time that no one else sees value in yet. And that's the most uncomfortable part about choosing yourself. Sometimes it's not going to look inspirational. Sometimes it actually looks like saying no to things that you really want to do. Sometimes it looks like sitting down to have a difficult conversation. And other times it looks like literally sitting in the discomfort of someone not understanding your decision and the tension that comes when they don't agree with you. I don't personally believe that choosing yourself means choosing yourself over everyone else all the time because relationships require compromise. Love requires consideration. And there are moments where we're going to show up for people just because they matter to us. But there is a big difference between supporting someone else and abandoning yourself. And I think this is where boundaries come from. Not from not caring about other people at all, but from caring about yourself too. So that day, I actually made the decision to honor the commitment that I made to myself. The most interesting part about this story is that nothing actually happened. There's no backlash, no argument, no huge conflict. The person simply understood. The biggest shift happened internally because I proved to myself that my goals, my time, and my future were all worthy of being protected. And that's what self-leadership looks like in practice. Not always making the perfect decision, but becoming someone who knows that their commitments matter. This is day 3 of becoming someone that I trust.